it's Lisa Joy Young, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do this really pretty fairy eye design. I'm not going to lie, this caused me all sorts of problems. I don't know if I'm just having an off day or what, but the good news for you is that you get to see me fix a lot of mistakes, so you'll see how I fix my mistakes. To do this design, I used the Kryvaline Lisa Joy Young exclusive split cake, and all the products I used will be down below, as well as where you can buy them. I hope you guys like this design, and let's get on with the tutorial. The first step to this design is to use a metallic white or any creamy white and apply it in a C shape around your eye. I'm using Kryvaline metallic white here, and make sure your sponge is relatively dry so that it applies just a soft cloud of color. Over that, you're going to take neon pink, neon orange, and neon yellow and randomly apply those on top of the white. The white base will help these colors to really stand out. If you're in a hurry, you can always take a neon split cake and just do your background quickly with that. I have all three colors on my sponge, so I can easily flip it around and blend the colors together. Next, it's time to start on the fairy's body, and if you break this into steps, it's not as difficult as you would think. Just think of it as a series of teardrops. So for the legs, you're going to start thick and then pull it out. So thick, pull out to a point, and then for the knee, you make it thick again where the calf is and pull it out to a point where the ankle is, and then a really quick C motion finishes it off for the foot. And remember, the fairy is small, so it doesn't have to be perfect. For the torso, draw the chest and the waist and the bottom and of course the back. And the shape you're going to make is a triangular hourglass shape. Draw a small line for the arm with a flick for the hand, and round off the top for the shoulders. If you have a fairy stencil, that would be much easier, but if you don't have one or just want to try it on your own, this is a good step-by-step. Now when you do the head, be careful you don't go too big. It's always better to start small. Mine was a bit too big, so I just quickly erased it with a wet wipe. Then I filled in the orange color again with the sponge, and I started the head again, but this time I started small. Just always start small because you can add on to it, but it's harder to erase it and start over. And make sure to add just a little bit of a point for the chin. And I decided to add some wispy little bangs, and now it's time to get started with the wings, and we'll add the rest of the body later. For this, I'm using the Lisa Joy Young orchid cake, and you're going to lead with the purple and pull down to get that purple striping. Make sure to wiggle your brush and then pull down on that purple edge. And when you leave the purple edge down, you'll get that cool color variation. Any spaces you can fill in with the blue edge. So pull, wiggle your brush, and pull in with the purple edge. And I really like how the different sections of wings help to give this design more detail and a more whimsical look. Finally, I decided to have the wings wrapping down around my eye because it's more flattering and helps to bring more attention to the eye. So just pull it all the way in. To outline the lines, I'm using Kryvaline black and a number 0 brush, and the tiny brush will help the lines to stay thin and delicate, which I thought was appropriate for this design. And when you're on the outside of the wing, make sure to press down on your brush, give it a wiggle so that it's thicker on the outside and then ends in a very thin, delicate point. Thick to thin lines are the #1 way you can help your designs to look more professional and more impressive. Continue to pull in lines throughout your entire design. It's really random, just wherever you want. There's no rhyme or reason, but you want to make sure that your lines all curve in some way and that they all point to the same focal point. So in this design, my focal point is about where the fairy's neck and shoulders are. And that will help them to look cohesive and for the design to flow better. So continue with that process all the way down the lower wing and end in a point at the outer corner of the eyebrow. You can finish up the wings by adding some dots for highlights, but not too many. You don't want to overwhelm the design. To add interest and texture to the background, I decided to apply some stars using a stencil. And as you can see, when I lift my stencil here, it pulled up part of my design with it. I was not happy, but I'll fix it later and I'll show you how. Just go around the entire outside edges and add your stars with nice, thick, sticky paint. To fix the mess up, I just went over the teardrops with more white to fix them very quick. Add even more whimsy, I decided to put tendrils coming down from the wing. Make sure that they're very thin and delicate, and you can add a little teardrop to the end by pressing your brush just like that. And just make sure to work on the end of your brush and keeping it skinny. And I'm about to mess up right there. I'm very frustrated. So to fix it, I just took a damp brush, and the damp brush just wiped that black right off from the blue very easily. And then I also used it to clean up and smooth out any of the paint where the stencil had lifted the paint up. So that's a good trick to use for small mistakes. It won't work for large ones, but it's great for small ones. And of course, add some starburst to make everything even more magical. And finally finish with putting body glue in the middle of each starburst, and then add your rhinestones. But my rhinestone did not stick. Frustrating. So I just waited a few minutes or a few seconds to let my glue set to get nice and tacky. It's important that you let it sit for a second so that your rhinestones will stick. If it's too wet, they'll stick to your finger or to whatever you're using. And it's all done. I really hope that you guys like this. This is one of my favorite designs that I've done. It's just so pretty and delicate. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook. The link to that is below.